Hey everybody, Coach Jason. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to continue on with my series of mile and 2 mile performance indicators. Today I want to go over how to run a sub 7 minute mile. It's a milestone for many. I have sub 6:30, sub 6 minutes, sub 5:30, and sub 5 minutes. Okay, they're all in the description down below. So if it's something you're looking for yourself or your athletes, take a look. Down below I have a couple of other videos that are pertinent to these as well. Every time I put a video, the videos in the description will be pertinent to the video that you're watching. Okay, so watch the video in its entirety because I explain everything from beginning to end. I encourage you to do that in all my videos. Don't just pause it, write stuff down, and then move on because you might miss important details, and I don't want you to do that. Okay, particularly as a coach or an athlete. This is your first time to the channel, welcome. I hope you come back. If you enjoy the content in the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the bell next to it. Particularly if you like running content and you just want to look at fully detailed training programs and all different types of stuff like that, running related. Be sure to hit the subscribe button right now before you're going forward. And again, hit the notification so you have access to 100 plus videos and the ones that I'm going to be putting out as well after this. Okay. I also have a sub 10-minute 2 mile and a sub 11-minute 2 mile in the description too. If anybody wants me to do a sub 12-minute 2 mile, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to put that together for you. And if you subscribe, let me know in the comments too, so I can personally thank you. I appreciate your support. Okay. With that, let's get to it. Okay. There's certain indicators to look at. Okay. And these are training paces and workouts relative to certain performance indicators to make sure that you're always training in the right pace ranges, okay? So you can progress accordingly, okay? So an 800-meter performance, that's equivalent to about a sub 7-minute mile, it's about 313 and 315, okay? A 3K equivalent to about 1340, okay? 3,200 meters, which is just under 2 miles, 1430 to 1426, which is about 713 to 715 per mile, okay? Speed development is an important component too. And compare this to, you'll see all the other ones that I have down below. They're all a similar format. The pace ranges are just slightly different. So you can actually see how you progress from this to the next one, sub 6:30, to the next one, sub 6 minutes. You'll see the pace ranges progressively get faster for everything, okay? And that's important to make sure that you're training in the right paces so that not only you're progressing, but you're also recovering effectively too, okay? And that's where training at the right pace ranges are very, very important. So watch the other two videos. 1 mile time trial, okay, and what it tells you about your fitness, and then how to set the right training paces based on what you run for a 1 mile time trial. Those two videos right there will solve a lot of problems. They'll give you a lot of intel and save you an awful lot of work and calculating. I've done all the calculating already so that you don't have to, okay? So definitely watch those two, alrighty? Let's continue on here. So speed development is always an important component, whether it's hill sprints or quick turnover running and so on and so forth. They're an important part of training, whether you're training for 800 meters all the way up to the marathon. Doesn't matter. It's very important. Okay, about 5 to 6 days a week running right now at this point. Combining easy runs, steady runs, progression type runs. At least 1 day off per week, and if you have if you're running 5 days, another day could be a light cross training day, whether it be bike, elliptical, pull, whatever it is for 30-40 minutes. That can alternate, in the opposite week with the off day and the following week. So, okay, the first component that I like to kind of build athletes towards, particularly in the beginning, is learning how to do a tempo run. And tempo run is an important part of training, especially if you're training. It doesn't actually matter what distances you're training for. It's an important part of training for everything, okay? But it teaches you how to run comfortably hard for an extended period of time. Helps you develop a certain type of pain tolerance, okay? And helps simulate what the back end of a race looks like when things start getting uncomfortable and painful. So this really, really helps you callous towards things like that, okay? Now, ideally, if you could build towards a 4 mile or 20-minute tempo run, or you're training for, like, say, mile, 3K, 5K, anything up to 5K at this point, that's a good thing. And the tempo run pace should be about 8 minutes to 7:50 per mile, okay? If you're trying to get under 7 minutes. That's the appropriate pace range for this. How do you do it? I actually break it down into 6 pieces, okay? And I have this in all my other whiteboards as well. I do 3 components. I do 2 12-minute increments, 2 16-minute increments, and 2 20-minute increments, okay? Every other week I do one, okay? So the first one will be 2 times 6-minute efforts with a 2-minute recovery at this goal pace. After that, I combine the efforts. So the second one is 12 minutes consecutive running. Okay. The third time is 2 times 8 minutes of consecutive running, which is 16 minutes total. The same 2-minute recovery, same pace. And then the fourth time, 16 minutes of consecutive running. The fifth time, 2 times 10 minutes with a 2-minute recovery, same pace. And then 20 minutes of consecutive running. That allows you to gradually progress and add more running every other week, so that's at that point, which should be, if you do it 6 times, that's about maybe at week 12, you're at 20 minutes or maybe even 4 miles at your goal tempo pace. And once you're there, then you can start doing other things, okay? But that's an important milestone. It's a 4-mile tempo. And I encourage you or your athletes to build towards that, because it'll help make other parts of the training not only better, but it'll enhance everything. It'll make certain things feel easier as well, okay? Next one, short reps, okay? Speed endurance, let's say. 200-meter efforts. 8 to 10 reps with a 1-minute recovery at 800-meter pace, which is about 46 to 47 per effort, okay? 400-meter efforts, 6 to 8 reps with a 90-second to a 1-minute recovery. If this is a repeatable workout, you maybe start at 90 seconds and you work your way down to 1-minute recoveries at some point. But it's at mile pace, which is 145 to 144, okay? 800-meter efforts. The longer reps now will be done at 3K pace, 5 to 6 of them with a 2-minute recovery, which are 341 to 340, which is that, okay? And then 1,000-meter efforts, 4 to 5 reps at 5K pace with a 2-minute recovery, 442 to 440 per 1,000, okay? Now you have stuff at 800-meter pace, mile pace, 3K, and 5K pace. Bunch of different pace ranges, okay? I want to do one other thing to complement tempo run, and that's threshold reps, okay? Threshold reps are slightly slower than 5K pace, but slightly faster than tempo, okay? It also allows you to do, let's say, 4 miles worth of stuff once you get up to a tempo at about 4 miles, but you can break it up into pieces and run it slightly faster, and it'll serve the same purpose, okay? Help you develop your capacity to handle harder work, your threshold, all right? So 800-meter efforts, six times reps, 6 times an 800 with a 1-minute recovery. Threshold pace is 4 minutes to 358, so you can see it's slightly slower than the 800s at 3K pace. Okay, 1,000-meter reps, 5 of them with the also same 1-minute recovery at threshold pace, which is 5 minutes to 456. Also slower than this, but the same exact pace as this. You're just running slightly longer. Okay, you're spending more time in the threshold zone, which is an indication of improved fitness. Okay, so now you have a combination of threshold running, tempo runs, stuff at 800-meter pace, mile pace, 3K pace, and 5K pace, which gives you a multi-pace training cycle, okay? And I also explain this in my other videos, but I'll explain it here too. Let's say you have a 2-week period and you want to incorporate all this stuff, okay? Let's say your first week, you're going to do stuff at 5K pace, okay? And then you do your first tempo run, okay? Week 2, and then obviously you combine easy runs, long run, and everything else, okay? How you lay it out is important too, okay? I'll also put 2 videos down below of an actual 2-week cycle for middle distance runners and distance runners, so you can actually have an idea of how to lay things out, okay? Now, week 2, let's say you do stuff at 3K pace, week 2, and then you do one of these threshold workouts, okay? Week 3, you do stuff at mile pace and then another tempo run, okay? Which is the second one, which is 12 minutes consecutively, okay? And then week 4, you do stuff at 800-meter pace, okay? And then another threshold workout. It could either be the thousands or the 800-meter repeats again, okay? But now you have all this stuff within a 2-week period, along with your runs, your speed development, and so on, and you're attacking multiple different paces, which sets you up for long-term success. And this is a cycle that you could repeat a second time, okay, and let your body adapt to it. You might recover better the second time, and then that's in a 4-week period. Then you reevaluate and see whether you're ready to increase training paces or increase a little bit of volume. You don't want to increase both, okay? As you get fitter over time, you start to increase one or the other, okay? But this is a way of, these are the things that you need to know, to be able to do or work towards. That'll tell you whether you're ready to run sub 7 minutes, 7 for the mile, okay? Paces for runs. Easy pace run should be about 940 to 910 per mile. Steady pace runs, 910 to 840 per mile, so there's always a 30-second pace range. Progression type stuff, you go from the slow end here to the fast end here, so it's 940 to 840. So now you have a minute range between the 2 paces, okay? And again, how you lay it out is important. But again, you know, Whether you're a coach in a school, it's a little bit of a different story. So everybody generally practices at the same time. But if you're a coach of a club and your people have jobs and families, then you build the training around their lifestyle and their schedule, so that you can make sure that everybody's getting what they need, but it's individualized to tailor their needs and to make it effective for them. Okay, so this is generally what's needed to run a sub 7-minute mile. There are other ways you can do it as well, but I like this because it also sets you up to progress. Okay, it sets you up to build towards the 6:30. It sets you up to to attack this or to attack that. Okay, and it sets you up for success for the longer and shorter races. Okay, not only just doing the same pace every single week at the same time. That's generally going to get you so far, but you have to improve. You have to improve in other areas too, whether it be your endurance or your speed. That's why I have a multi-pace training system. So, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button either way before you leave the channel. I want to make sure you don't miss the videos that I'm going to be putting out. Always look in the description down below. And again, if you enjoyed this, hit that thumbs up and be safe. Have a great season. I will talk to you next time.